latte foam is curling slowly, sweet and pale beside my spoon. Little raindrops tap the window, keeping me here all afternoon. Steam is lifting, milk is folding, drawing shapes I watch go by. Not a single plan is waiting, just this hazy silver sky. Rain came down and hushed the city, so I stayed inside to play. Gentle music, corner table, half the world is far away. I allow myself this hour, easy-hearted, bright as May. A stranger shakes an umbrella, leaves it dripping by the door. Roasted beans and glossy pavement, every smell I'm loving more. Cozy chair is holding steady, sleeves pushed back, my shoulders free. Napkin creased into a lily, pretty things are finding me. Gray outside has turned to velvet, everything has room to grow. Tender minutes, no agenda, rows of lamps in amber glow. I am tasting, I am dreaming, this is all I need to know. Maybe later I'll go strolling, maybe not, and that is fine. Warm beneath my coat and daydream, this whole drizzly mood is mine. Cream is sinking into circles, quiet joy along the way. Somewhere thunder rolls politely, rhythm keeps its lazy sway. I am floating, I am smiling, nothing bothers me today. Fairy timetables and pictures, tiny islands in the sea. I've been hunting for a harbor, bright and blue enough for me. Rain is knocking on the canopy, August humming in the air. I can almost feel the sunshine, salt and lemon in my hair. Not a ticket, not a booking, just some names I like to say. Picking, changing, picking over, choosing is the nicest way. Rain outside in summer in my notebook, sandals in a window down the street. I don't need the sky to clear up yet, thinking of it feels about as neat. Coffee going cool beside my elbow, sunshine out there warming up a seat. There's a village with a blue-doored bakery, someone said the bread is very good. I have written down the morning crossing, underlined it twice the way I should. I could wear the hat I never wear here, order something cold and citrus bright. Sit beside a wall of painted shutters, watch the water turning gold at night. Maybe none of this will happen, maybe all of it comes true. Either way it keeps me happy while the sky is soaking through. Air will smell of fruit and open markets, somebody will sell me something small. I don't need to know the date exactly, wanting it is lovely after all. Rain keeps tracing letters on the glasses, August leaning gently take as long as rain would like to. I'll be here with August close behind. I've got a chapter and a half left. Nobody expecting me at 9. Rain has cancelled all my little errands, so the empty hours turned out mine. Something in this story keeps me sitting, turning paper softly, feeling fine. Ink is warm against my fingers, corners bending where I've been. Half the people in this novel do not know what I have seen. There's a girl who missed a letter. There's a house beside a lake. I could tell them how it finishes. I'll be quiet for their sake. Clock forgotten, cushion sagging, not a soul has phoned all day. I have found the perfect angle, weather can carry on that way. Rain is doing all the talking for me, sentences are drifting through the air. Someone at the counter laughs at something, nobody is going anywhere. I am nowhere near the closing chapter, glad about the reading left to spare. Ribbon resting in the middle, thumb is holding down my place. Print is small and rather lovely, like a length of paper lace. Story people, keep your secrets, I will meet you all at 4. Rain outside can please itself now, I am not required anymore. 2 more scenes and then the ending, then perhaps I'll read it twice. Nothing here is asking hurry. Rainy weather's awfully nice. Rain's brought out every color on the street today. Umbrellas are opening up one after another in shades I wouldn't have guessed. Someone just went past in a coat, the exact shade of marigold, and someone else in boots the color of strong tea, unhurried. There's a scarf in deep purple crossing the street, avoiding every puddle. A bicycle goes by with panniers in a pink that's almost aggressive. Wet things wear their color about twice as well as dry ones do. Nobody warns you about that until you're sat here watching it happen. I've got the best seat in the house for this, and nobody's charging for the view. There's a flower cart under an awning doing brisk business. Despite the weather, someone's wrapping stems in paper for a woman who won't let the rain stop her. Better than most things I've actually paid money for, within reason. Tomorrow I might wear the yellow coat that's been hanging since spring. Enough of plain and sensible, there's a whole street proving the case for color. Even under a sky like this, required. Best free entertainment going, and nobody in it knows they're in it, which might be exactly what makes it worth watching, if you ask me. There's a sprig of something green beside me in a jam jar full of rain. Nobody has told me what it's called, and I have not gone out to ask. It arrived here in a bucket at the door this morning with the others. Now it leans towards the daylight and gets on with its own task. There is ivy off the shelving, trailing lower than it was. Somebody in here is feeding it and doing rather well. Mint is standing up in little pots along the whole front sill. Basil by the doorway giving off a peppery kind of smell. Rain has brought the garden indoors with it damp and green and low. And I'm sitting in the middle of the lot with no intention to depart. Rainy days will double up the fragrance, this I understand. Everything gives off a good deal more than it puts out when dry. Coffee, soil and eucalyptus all arriving in one breath. Nicer than a candle anyone has ever had on hand. I could sit and breathe in here until the whole street starts to close, which is not a poor ambition for a woman with no plan. On the way home I will buy some cuttings, 3 or 4 at most. I have killed a fair few plants already, which I will admit. Turns out I was drowning them with kindness every other morning. So this time I'll be lazier about it, which should help a bit. Green is such an easy thing to look at, asking nothing back. It gets on with growing whether I am watching it or not. Nobody has told these leaves that they are being much admired. They just carry on unfolding in whatever light they've got. Rain is falling on the beds and borders, soaking every root. And in here one small jar does the trick, and that is quite a lot. I will take a leaf home in my bag the way you take a sweet. Put it somewhere with a bit of sun and hope it likes the flat. Weather out there can do whatever weather feels like doing now. I've got green things and a warm chair, and I'm well content with that. There's a dress I keep on picturing, the olive linen kind, hanging on the rail exactly where I left it in the shop. I went in and felt the fabric, put it back and said I'd think, which is what I always say, and then I never really stop. Now the rain has shut the street, and I have got an empty hour. So I'm trying on that dress in every corner of my mind. Nobody Everybody's out there shopping, so it isn't going far. It'll still be hanging up at 5 o'clock, I'm fairly sure. Honestly, the wanting is the best part of the whole affair. 2 weeks of a small desire that I'm in no hurry to cure. If I took it home this morning, it would just be something owned. This way it's a little something to be waiting for. I could wear it on a Sunday, walking nowhere in the sun. It could go to someone's wedding if there happened to be one. It could sit around on weekdays doing absolutely naught. Honestly, the fun of owning happens mostly in the thought. Certain shades belong to winter and they never suit the summer. Navy was my mother's and it never once turned into mine. Gray is what the whole world buys because it's easy in the morning. Olive is the one I keep on coming back to down the line. There's a quietness about it that I like more than I'd admit. Nothing in it wants attention, which is why I like it fine. Rain is coming down in earnest now. The window's gone all soft. Somebody has ordered something and I smell it from my seat. I have got one thing to buy and it is nothing that is urgent, which is possibly the nicest sort of afternoon to keep. I might go back on Friday or I might just let it go. Either way, I've had an hour that was very hard to beat. Either way, this hour was lovely. Standing in a shop that is only in my head and doesn't ever have to close. Rain can keep the whole street to itself out there tonight. I have somewhere dry, a warm brown drink, and one nice dress I chose. Started level at the top and now they've split apart. One of them is dawdling on the left, the other's growing strong. I've put a small imaginary wager on the slow one, purely on the grounds that it has taken quite so long. There it goes, it's picked up 3 more on the way and now it's fat, barreling downhill and swallowing whatever it can get. This is what I've done with 20 minutes of a rainy Tuesday. Nobody could tell me there's a better use for it as yet. Rain is throwing everything that's caught against the glass out there. Hundreds of them queuing at the top and shoving to begin. Everyone will end up on the legend, more or less a minute, which has never stopped a single one of them from wanting in. I've been giving them positions like a very serious judge. Number 1 is quick but reckless. Number 2 has better sense. There's a heavy one that's parked itself and hasn't moved a bit, sitting on its own decision, and it will not be convinced. Anybody watching me would work out what I'm up to instantly. Happily there's no one here and I If the slow one gets there first, I'm going to order one more round. If the quick one wins, I'll put my coat on and go out for air. Either way, the afternoon improves, and that's the finest sort of contest. Nobody can lose, and nothing much is there. And the winner, by a length, is the ridiculous slow one, which had picked up so much weight along the way it couldn't stop. There's a lesson somewhere in that, and I'm not going to go and find it. I would rather set the next two off and watch them from the top. Rain is putting on this whole affair for free outside the window. Hundreds of small races, and not one of them announced. I've had a better hour here than most of my whole week, and the drops have got no notion of the fun that they've produced. Somebody behind the counter's put a record on, I know. 3 notes in, and I've got the whole of it by heart. I have not heard this since a car with someone else is driving. Windows down, no notion where we thought we ought to start. Funny how a tune will keep a whole year packed away inside it, sitting quiet for a decade till a stranger does its part. I was 19 and I knew a great deal more than I do now. Wore a jacket I could never get an arm inside again. Everything was going to be enormous and immediate. Nothing in the diary and no reason to explain. I remember all the words and not a thing about the summer, which is how a memory keeps itself, and I can't complain. I am not the sort who wants it back, and that's a good discovery. 19 took some effort, and I did it more or less. Nobody would swap a dry seed and a decent pot of coffee for a bus at midnight in a coat that wasn't tough. Still, it's nice to go and stand in there the length of one recording, and to fold it up and put it back, and that is quite enough. There's a woman by the doorway who has noticed it as well. She's not singing, but her shoulders doing something with the beat. Half the room is somewhere else entirely for 3 minutes. Every one of us in different years and on a different street. Then it finishes, and somebody puts something modern on, and we all come back at once, which is a small and decent feat. Rain has carried on the whole way through without a single pause, doing what it always does and showing no concern. I've got a second helping coming and an hour left to spend, and a tune from ages back that I was glad to hear return. 19 can stay exactly where it is. I'm staying the seat is soft, the rain is on, and nothing's left to earn. There's a rack of postcards by the door that nobody has spun. Seaside ones and one cathedral looking solemn in the wet. I have got no trip to send them from, no journey and no reason, which has not prevented me from choosing 3 of them as yet. First one's for my sister, who has never once replied to post. Second's for the neighbor who takes parcels in for me all year. Third one hasn't found a person yet. I'll keep it in my bag until the right one turns up, which they generally do here. No one is expecting postcards, that's the whole appeal of them. Nothing owed, nothing answered, and no reason to be quick. 4 short lines about the weather and a bit about the coffee. Then your name in someone's handwriting arrives and does the trick. You can't say too much on one, which suits me down to the ground. Most of it is taken up with stamps and an address. All you get is room enough for one small honest sentence, which is generally the size of what I've got, nothing less. So I'm writing one right now from here, without a holiday. Dear whoever opens this, it's Wednesday and it's pouring. I'm in a cafe with a plant and something hot beside me. Nothing whatsoever is occurring, and it isn't boring. The woman by the till has laughed at something twice already. Someone's leaning something wet and folded by the door. Wish you were here, although in fairness there is not much here, which I think may be the finest thing to have a postcard for. I will post them on the corner when the rain gives up a bit. 3 small pieces of an ordinary afternoon sent out. Somebody will find one on a Friday in the hallway. Read 4 lines about the weather and then wonder what it's about. Better than a tower or a beach or a museum. Only this, I thought of you at 3:30. That's it. Something's happening behind the kitchen door, and I can smell it. Butter first, then sugar, then a spice I can't quite name. It arrived about a minute ago and altered the whole room. Everybody in here raised their head and thought the same. Nobody has ordered anything for 4 or 5 whole minutes. We are all just sitting here and waiting for a clue. I would like to state for the record that I came in here for coffee, and I'm now committed to whatever's coming through. There it is again, it's cinnamon and possibly some apple. Definitely butter and a lot of something browned. I have got no evidence at all beyond my own two nostrils, but I put my afternoon on it and not be talked around. Somebody has taken one already to the corner table. I have looked at it directly, which was probably not polite. It has got a sort of glaze on top that catches all the daylight, and a fork went through it far too easily. That settled it outright. Rain has taken all my other errands off me for today, so the only thing to organize is what to have and when. This is not a bad predicament for anybody to be in, and I doubt I'll be presented with a nicer one again. Somebody has brought the menu over without being asked, which I take to mean my face had made the whole thing plain. So it's ordered and it's coming, and the waiting is delicious, almost better than the eating, though I wouldn't push that line. 30 seconds more of smelling it before the plate arrives. I could stretch this out for hours and I'd call the whole thing fine. First bite, yes, it's apple and the cinnamon was right, and the pastry does that thing where it gives up without a fight. Rain can have the street, the day, the whole of it out there. I have got a plate, a seat, and no ambition left in sight. Rain has eased enough to let me out for 10 or 12 minutes, so I've gone and left my seat with something warm still on the table. Out here everything has doubled, and it's slightly disconcerting. There's a whole town lying under me and looking fairly stable. Every puddle's got a shop front and a lamppost and a sky. All of it the wrong way up and none of it aware. I have stopped above a big one on the corner like an idiot, looking down at chimney pots and half a flight of stairs. People are going round them, which I understand entirely. Nobody wants soaking through the toes at 3:30, but they're missing all the best of it. They really rather are. There's a second copy of the whole street underneath their feet. Somebody has a walk straight through the middle of a rooftop, and it put itself back together afterwards. That's neat. Here's a car, and there it goes. The whole thing shivers into nothing. Chimneys, clouds, and windows all reduced to sloshing lines. Give it 20 seconds and it puts itself back together, which I find more entertaining than a grown adult should find. There's a red thing in one of them, a sign or someone's jacket, sitting in the water like it means to stay down there. Nobody is filming any of this, and nobody will mention it, which is largely why I like it. Stood here damp in the square. Two of everything today, the shop, the tree, the traffic light. One lot standing up and one lot lying down in the wet. That is quite a lot of world to get for nothing, I would say. And the cost of it was 2 damp feet, which I do not regret. Going back inside now to a chair and something hot, where the window does a smaller, flatter version of the same. Rain is starting up again and I'm entirely pleased about it. There'll be a dozen more by 4, and I intend to check each frame. There's a town on page 200 that I'm never going to visit, and I've walked its only main road twice this afternoon, or thereabouts. Left here at the fountain, up the hill, and past the laundrette, which I've concluded does the best dry cleaning in the county, probably. None of it is accurate, and none of it was meant to be particularly. Nobody has been out there to check, so it stands more or less. The street names are the best part. One of them means the rope makers. One is clearly named for somebody's aunt, and one's a bird of some sort. I have said them all out loud, extremely quietly to nobody at all, which is not a thing I'd want repeated back to me, if I'm honest. There's a hill I have assigned a set of steps and a bad shortcut. There's a market on a Thursday, which I've put beside the station, roughly. Somebody is hunger washing out despite the look of things, and is standing there with pegs, having a word with the weather. There's a cat that lives entirely on the wall behind the church. There's a man who opens up at 6 and grumbles through it, evidently. None of them have any notion they've been given jobs today, and they do them very well, considering, since nobody asked them. I am not gonna go, and that's the part I like the best of it. If I went, I'd spend it queuing and I'd never see the hill at all. A good deal of the pleasure of a place is not arriving, sitting somewhere dry with all the time to leave it where it is. Somewhere out there it is genuinely 3 o'clock as well, and the actual place is getting on regardless of my map, obviously. Somebody is doing something perfectly unremarkable, buying milk or losing keys or having 20 minutes down. I like knowing that it's carrying on while I'm in here with this. 2 quiet afternoons at once, and not a single overlap. Right, I've reached the far end of the page, and there's the sea, it seems, which I'll save until tomorrow. There's no particular hurry, folding up the whole town now and putting it beside the plate, where it fits extremely neatly, being flat and being mine, I suppose. Walls gone completely white along the bottom half of it, which is what a warm room does to cold weather. As a rule, I have been sitting with my hands around a hot thing for an hour, and the pain is quietly turned into a page. For some reason, I did not set out to do anything about that, mind you, but my finger has already had a go at it somehow. It's a house, of course, it's a house. It's always been a house. 4 square windows and a door and a curl of smoke on top of it, which is not a thing I've seen in 40 years of actual houses. And I've drawn it every single time since I was 6, apparently. There's a sun up in the corner with the lines coming off it, because that is where suns go naturally. Nobody taught me this, and nobody has ever needed to. It comes out of the hand before the head gets involved, I think. I used to do this on the school bus with my coat sleeve ready, backseat, breath on the window, name in wobbly capitals. Then the driver took a corner and the whole thing slid off sideways, which was always the best part of the business. In fairness, I have not thought about that bus in 20-something years, and here it is complete, including the smell of it, funnily enough. The house is going already. The roof has started running. There's a drip coming down through the middle of the door. Naturally, I'm not going to redraw it, and I'm not going to save it. That was never what it was for, come to think of it. Wiping it off now with the side of my hand which squeaks, and the street comes back in through the gap, wet and going about its day. Nobody saw me do that, which I'm reasonably glad about, although I don't think anybody here would mind, to be fair. Rain's still on, the coffee's still warm, the afternoon's still going, and then I've had a small go at being 7 at no cost at all. There's a notebook open on the table with a page that isn't full yet, and I've started writing things I'd like to do in no order, roughly. Nothing urgent's made the list so far, which I take as a good sign. Mostly it's just things I've thought of twice, apparently. Learn the names of clouds, or half of them the useful sort. Try the bakery 2 streets down, that always looks quite promising. Write to somebody I owe a letter to for once, honestly. Find out what that plant beside the counter's actually called, eventually. None of this is going to change a single thing about my Tuesday, which is rather the appeal of it. If I'm being truthful, sit somewhere with a view and do not photograph it. For a change, learn to like the songs I used to skip, or try to anyway. Ask the woman at the till her name, she's told me twice already, and I've forgotten it both times, which is a bit embarrassing, frankly. Say yes to something with no plan attached, should the chance come up, which it rarely does, but there's no harm in being ready for it, I suppose. Half of these will happen and the other half will simply sit there, getting crossed out eventually, or quietly forgotten. Either way, I don't mind which. If I'm honest, that was never really the point of it. The point was mostly sitting here and letting my hand wander. Somehow, rain's still going. List is getting longer than the page allows now. So the last one spilling sideways into the margin, undeterred. Learn to make this rainy afternoon a habit, not a rarity, but one I might actually manage. Now I think about it properly, closing it and ordering another, which was never on the list at all. But it's happening regardless, and I'm perfectly at peace with that. Some things changed outside without me really noticing it happen. The gray has thinned a little, or the lights come up a notch. Possibly there's a paler patch above the roofline that wasn't there an hour ago, which either means the rain's easing off, or I'm imagining it frankly. Nobody else in here has looked up yet, so I might be alone in this, watching a ceiling the color of a shell that's giving up its gray slowly. It's not sunshine, nothing close to it, just a little less committed, which is honestly about as much as I was hoping for today. If I'm honest, the street's still wet and shining, and nobody's put their hood down, but there's a gap where a bird's gone over without getting soaked. Apparently I've been in here long enough to watch a whole sky change its mind, which feels like a decent way to spend an afternoon, all things considered. Part of me wants it to stay exactly overcast a while longer, since I'm not remotely finished with this seat and this small view. If I'm honest, the other part is glad, regardless the way you're glad for someone, even when their good news slightly interrupts your afternoon, admittedly. So the gray is going, taking its time about it, the way most things do here, and I've got maybe 20 minutes left before it clears up properly. That's enough to finish this and watch the last of it lift off the rooftops, pearl-colored, unhurried, and absolutely no rush to be done either. The cup's been empty for a while now, sitting there politely, not really asking to be filled again, just sort of waiting patiently. I've caught the waitress's eye twice and looked away both times, but she's clearly noticed and is far too kind to mention, evidently. There's a version of today where I get up right now and go, coat on, umbrella up, back out into whatever's left of it, briskly. That version's perfectly sensible and nothing's wrong with it. I just don't especially wanna be the one who lives it currently. The chair's gone the exact shape of an afternoon well spent, which isn't a thing chairs usually do. But this one's tried its best. Admittedly, everything on the table's cold except the actual me, who somehow ended up the warmest thing in here, unexpectedly. So it's one more, and I'll think about leaving after that one, which is roughly what I said about the one before it, honestly. Rain's still deciding what it wants to do out there, and I figure I can wait it out as well as anyone, reasonably. This is the last one on my little list of things for the whole afternoon, and it turned out to be mostly just this, sitting here quietly. Nothing happened, nothing needed to, that was rather the point of it. And I'll take an afternoon like that again, whenever it's going, gladly.